Hi everyone, my name is Alex and I'm here today to give you a few makeup hacks. Well, one in particular. Have you ever heard about baking your face? A lot of people are sitting there wondering, no, we have not heard about baking your face. We've heard about baking cookies, baking cakes, but I'm here to show you how to bake your face. A technique of baking your face is taking powder after you have put on your concealer and putting the powder over your concealer and trapping moisture in so there are less creases and it lasts longer. And it's actually super easy. So I know a lot of people have asked me how to bake their under eye in particular, or their forehead and their laugh lines, or have asked me to do it for them. So I'm just going to give you a quick and simple tutorial on how to do it because anyone can do it at home. So what I use to bake my face is 3 or 4, depending on how you like to do it. Simple tools and techniques. My favorite concealer right now is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. Comes in a little tube like this, and the color is in Y23. It's brightening. It's about, 3 or 4 shades lighter than my skin tone in my foundation, which is really important if you want a brightening under eye. I use e.l.f. Cosmetics translucent powder. Now this is really inexpensive. It's like $3 at the drugstore, but it's just like your typical translucent powder. You pack it on and you wipe it away and it leaves no white cast, no nothing. It's one of my favorites because it's really silky feeling after. Any kind of beauty sponge. A lot of people like the popular Beauty Blender. This is a Real Technique sponge. I just had got it about 3 weeks ago and I started using it. It has a flat side here and a pointed side here. It's amazing because it's so soft. So when you're blending out, it's really, you can shape it in your hands and it gets around all the curves that you have. I dampen mine for sure because it blends out the concealer better, and you'll see when I bake and put the powder under my eyes that you put it on with a damp sponge as well. And I just have a fluffy brush to wipe away the translucent powder. So now I'm going to start. I have foundation on. I have some bronzer from concealer. So now that I'm finished blending everything in, you can see it, the brightening effect that it has under your eyes. So of course you can take this away right now and set it with some powder and walk away, but baking is that extra step. So if you're easily creasy under your eyes, which I am, right under my eyes I have wrinkles just like everybody else because your under eyes are very sensitive, but if you're creasy like me, baking is a really good option for you because it traps the moisture that your concealer gives your under eyes and bakes it literally, and that gets rid of a lot of the creases and it keeps it on all day. So if you touch your concealer, it's not going to come off on your finger. If you have a long day or you're going to prom or a dance competition even, you have your concealer on all day and it's not going to smear or smudge anywhere. So now I'm taking the same side that I blended with the concealer with. It's still damp. It has extra concealer on it, and I'm dipping it right into my translucent powder. It comes out like this, and I'm putting it on under my eyes. So you're packing it on everywhere you put your concealer. You want it to look like someone just threw powder all over your face. You don't want to blend it in yet. Make sure you look up when you blend underneath your eyes to get all the creases under there. So there's no rules to makeup, so that goes to show you that there are no rules to baking. But generally I like to keep my bake on between 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I will bake at the beginning of my makeup application and do my hair get myself all ready and then wipe my bake off, you know, after half an hour. The longer you keep it on, the better, and the less creasy that you'll be. So for the sake of this video, we're going to pretend that it's been a while. Even if you keep your bake on for 30 seconds, 20 seconds, it's going to do better for you. It's going to make your concealer last longer. So what you do is you take any fluffy brush. So for this part of my T-zone, my forehead, my nose, and my chin, I'm just wiping the bake off with a clean brush. It has nothing on it. And then usually when I'm doing my makeup, I'll take this brush and I'll dip it in my setting powder for my under eyes, which is extra brightening. I use the two top ones all the way to the right into the middle of the Kat Von D palette. Those are my favorite. I love them. It's like a yellow shade and a regular tan shade. It brightens your under eyes even more and helps your concealer last longer. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to wipe it off to show you. So like I said, translucent powder is literally translucent. It doesn't leave any white cast underneath your eyes, which is really good. So you can literally wipe it off and it's gone, but it leaves the effects on. I highly recommend the e.l.f. powder because it's so silky and so light under your eyes. It's not cakey. So now that I wiped all the powder off, you can see that I have barely any creases under my eyes because the translucent powder literally baked my concealer. So it set it in place even more than regular, just any swipe of setting powder did. And now you could see that it has a brightening effect to all the places that I put it, my forehead, down my nose, and my chin, and especially underneath my eyes. So I just want to make this video to say that baking is super easy and it makes your makeup last even longer than you think that your makeup lasts right now if you're not doing it. And it really helps with your skin. You should be using moisturizer and serums underneath, but if you still have wrinkles under there, which we all do, baking will really help diminish the appearance when you wear your makeup. So follow along for more makeup tips coming soon. Thanks.